What's up, Alex? How you doing?
What's up, Gerald? Nothing, just hanging out at the bridge. No big deal. You know how it
Yeah,
goes.
just hanging out with my clouds, cloud wallpaper. Speaking of
Hey,
clouds, what season are we in?
hurricane season, but before we dig into that, I think it's important to address what today is.
Today is
Tech Tuesday.
what? I'm Gerald,
Woo!
and this is Alex.
I'm
Your
out.
CNI hosts of Tech Tuesday.
So yeah, it's funny you bring that up actually. This morning I was reading what was the article? Who was it from? Oh, it was from the Weather Channel. And it was about the tropical storms. Did you know we're already on our third tropical storm of the year?
Three already?
Yep, most people didn't know that. The
Jeez.
first one was Arthur. Second one was Bertha. I think Bertha actually went up to North Carolina or South Carolina. And we are in Cristobal. Cristobal. Cristobal.
Crystal ball.
Who
It's
knows
a
how
good
that
name.
name?
Solid name.
I almost feel like they're coming up with names at this point.
They're trying. They're grasping.
But this time of year brings up a sensitive issue. How are people backing up and storing their data? Right? How do they have multiple sites? What does that look like?
Usually looks like, and as a very complicated name, disaster recovery. Procedures and policies, having those in place is usually what covers companies and organizations from losing that data and keeping that stuff safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. This is always the time of year. Actually, typically more like towards the end of June. There's requests start coming into the inbox. So like, hey, can you hurry up and set this up because there's some hurricane that's coming, and they're like, oh wait, I need to think about this. But it's actually a little too. It's not too late, but you should probably start thinking about it ahead of that time.
The same way you prepare at home with your supplies and boarding up your house and doing all of those different things, having all that stuff ready and a plan ready to go well before a category 5 is actually heading your direction is the wise and good thing to have in place. And so we love helping people set that stuff up before a week out.
Well, let me ask you this. So a lot of times when people hear disaster recovery, they're like, okay, yeah, I've got my generator ready. I've got some extra gas. I've got tons of water. I got my Cliff Bars and my corn. I don't know why they would have a lot of corn. I've got everything I need, and I've got wood or shutters for my windows. But what is disaster recovery as it relates to data?
With data, it's so important because that's where the money is. That's what keeps your business moving forward. You can use any kind of hardware, any kind of computer. You can have a setup that looks what like however you want it to look, but the data is what's important. And we can back that data up from the OS level all the way up, a bare metal backup that basically goes from the hard drive all the way up. All of your data is stored and backed up so that if that computer gets rained on, gets taken away by a tornado, floats away down, the flood, like just disappears, we can restore all of the work, all of the data, all your documents, all of your files, your emails, all of those things can just be put onto a new computer, a new machine, like nothing happened.
Yeah, yeah. And the cool part about disaster recovery is if Florida fell off the face of the map for some unknown reason, we've got a real disaster recovery plan. You have a site out of state, right? For us, it's Atlanta or New Jersey or Canada, for instance. So having a good backup, offsite backup, is so important, right? I cannot tell you how many times I've read stories or heard stories about how a backup literally has saved organizations. But a disaster recovery plan is equally as important because it's a secondary backup in a completely different geographical location.
Yeah. And that's what saves it and protects it because you can have peace of mind knowing your data is not going to be impacted or destroyed in
Mm-hmm.
a storm or any kind of disaster event. You have it stored separately apart from all of the office space, the machines, the computers you have in your workspace. You keep your data safe off site you're good to go if anything ever happens.
So, moral of the story, back your data up, have a secondary backup off-site, disaster recovery, get together with a technical professional. You can call CNI because we do that really, really well. Our team's awesome. So, shout out. I wish we had a drum set so we could have like a solo going out.
Maybe we should get some theme music. Maybe if anybody out there makes music and would like to make us a theme song, that'd be pretty awesome.
Please shoot over. We are willing to entertain any theme songs.
Yeah.
Within reason.
Yeah, so just plan ahead. This is the time to think through what you would do in those events, and we're here to help.
Yep. And as a side note, Gerald is doing a social engineering workshop, and we are going to be giving away some of the seats. So you can shoot us a message. You can comment on this post below, whatever works easier, and let us know, and we can put you in the drawing for that and see if we can get you into that.
Sounds good. Thank you guys for watching another Tech Tuesday. We'll see you next week.
Adios.